Welcome to 5 Minutes with Grey Hair Dave. He has grey hair and he has a grey beard and he also wears glasses, like the guy in the artwork. Oh, and the guy in the artwork is better looking. Now, tariff-free, here is Grey Hair Dave.
Well, folks, what did you think of that? Now, I know I ask that question every week, but I changed it today, didn't I? Got a different voice in there. So I just wanted you to know that's still 11labs.io. Okay. Yes. So if you happen to go to the 11 Labs link in the show notes, click on it, go to 11labs.io, and you happen to sign up for it, I will get an affiliate payout. And that's a great thing. That'll help defray the cost of this show. Now, this show doesn't cost a lot, but it would help. It would be nice. So how are you? I'm doing fantastic. It's a wonderful day. It's been a wonderful week here. The sun's been out every day. It's in the 80s today. Like right now, it's like 81. But last weekend, it was in the 90s, low 90s, which is cool. I'm happy about that. Because, I like the warmer weather. One of the reasons I'm down here in Central Florida is I like the warmer weather. So let's change the subject here and get on to what we normally are supposed to be talking about. What's happening in Dave's world? Well, if you remember last week, I told you that I was going to take the audio of the show. I was going to take it over to Whisper. Whisper is a Mac product, at least the one that I have is a Mac-only product. And I also told you I was going to take it over to one of the AI programs, put it in there, and see what kind of a transcript that would give me. Well, they came back pretty close to what I like. I was semi-impressed with their suggestions for names for show title. It really was. And the one thing I didn't do, and I should have with the AI, and I will probably go back and do that with this week's, is I will go to ChatGPT and I will go to Claude as well as Perplexity. I will put in the audio from the show, and I will ask it to make episode art for the podcast to see what it comes up with. So look forward to talking with you next week about what that looks like. But they, getting back to the subject of transcripts, they did a really good job. They read what they listened to what I said, and then one of them gave me two different ways. One was a full transcript, and in that same AI, which was Claude, they also gave me a summary. So I had those options available to me. Now, Whisper just gave me the transcript. I didn't ask it for a summary. But Claude gave it to me automatically because I said, hey, do me a favor. And this is how I talk to my AI. Please listen to this podcast that I made. Make show notes for me as well as a summary. And also, if you could, give me suggestions for show titles. You did a pretty good job. Now, I'm going to do the same thing today when I'm done editing this. I'm going to go to Claude and I'm going to go to Perplexity. And I may even go to ChatGPT, do all three, because I got all three that I'm paying for, and see what they come up with before I publish tomorrow. Because I'm doing this a day early. I'm doing this on Monday. And lately I've been recording on Tuesdays, and I want to get back in the habit of having it done a day before it's supposed to go out. So if I want to change my mind or something else comes up, I can quickly adjust. And that's what I would suggest if you're a podcaster, is to not do what I do a lot of times, which is record, edit, and publish, right? That, like, boom, boom, boom. Because you don't have a chance to let it sit with you. because you're hearing it as you edit it, or you should be hearing it as you edit it, unless you're very, very good and you don't make mistakes. You don't have any ums, any ahs. You don't have any awkward spaces in your whole timeline. Well, then great, and you're doing better than me. Now, there are shows, like last week's show, I had one edit out of the whole show. Now, that was cut this part out edit. That doesn't include equalizing, compression, limiters, and I also use a chromaverb, which is a reverb program that puts a little bit of reverb in. Now, I keep that very low because I don't want you to think you're in an echo room, or I don't want you to think I'm standing there in front of a big auditorium doing this. That's not what I'm doing. I'm sitting in my recording studio, and I'm doing it that way. So if you're really good about it, then good for you. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. Me, I like to make sure that it's right. So also, while you're doing that, it gives you the opportunity to either add ideas or suggestions or whatever else you might want to put in there, or take out something where you think about it and you go, because I've done that a lot. I'll get going on a subject and it goes a little deeper than I want it to, or I go off into an area, I'll just stop what I'm doing, and then I'll even go in while I'm recording and I'll say, make sure you take that out, Dave. Because I can throw a marker in it in the DAW, but if I'm listening to it and I say, make sure you take that out, I'm going to go back as far as I need to see what it said to make sure I did it right. So there's some tricks too. Now, I know that I'm talking a little bit more about how to podcast or how to edit than I am about AI right now, but this whole show is not just about AI. I talk about AI a lot. I do, and it's because that's what's in my wheelhouse right now, where I'm at, what I'm enjoying, what I am having fun doing. So, and I hope you are too, because I notice listenership is up a little bit because of my conversations with you about AI. And AI is going to be helpful to all of us. It really is. I'm a firm believer that most of you are already using it, whether you know it or not. That lady in the little box that comes from Amazon, it's kind of AI. That little lady in your phone, if you have an Apple, her name starts with an S. There's AI in that. So don't think there isn't. Okay? Now, that's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want to get deep in the woods on that one. But I wanted you to know what I was thinking about it. So I am excited with where AI is going. Now, I will tell you, this OpenClaw AI that's out there, to where you can allow it to get into your computer really, really deep, to where it'll even start answering emails for you. I'm not ready for OpenClaw. I'm just not. Now, I am ready for Claude Cowork. And I think I'm going to start with that and see how that goes. Because that's basically an AI agent to do things for you. It's just an assistant, or somebody like somebody you're going to work with. They can help with all kinds of things. And I'll explain more about that once I get deeper into it. But at this point, I haven't gotten into it yet. I'm going to, and that'll probably be this week. So you'll hear about it next week. I also want to mention Gemini. Gemini has developed an app for Mac, for MacBooks or for the Mac computers. Now, I looked at it yesterday and I hesitated to download it. There's a couple people that I listen to on podcasts about podcasting or about all this technology that's going on. And one guy who I respect, his name is Steven, he downloaded it right away. and he was kind of impressed. He was using it on Chrome, on Google Chrome, but I don't know that he was impressed or as impressed with the app. Like I said, I'll let you know about that too. So I am going to write down a couple of things when I'm done here, the notes I need to take, so that I can make sure that I'm coming back next week and saying, oh yeah, by the way, I did. I promised I would. So count on that, if you would. I'm going to count on it so you can count on it. Folks, also, are you considering starting a podcast? I have. I'm considering a new one. I'm not letting this one go. Don't think this one's going away. No. Starting an additional one. And this one's going to be more on how to podcast, especially if you are not tech savvy. Okay. Now, these are also going to be with video. So I'm going to record both audio and audio video. Video, audio, yeah. How that's supposed to sound. 2 separate tracks, okay? So with the cameras and the microphones, that'll go into the computer. And then also with my Zoom PodTrack P4 Next, I'm going to record that. I'm going to record that to the external drive that's already inside the Zoom. So let's just get over that, because I can't stop laughing all of a sudden, folks. I was making a couple of goof ups, which I'm going to edit out, and now I can't stop laughing. But anyway, if you are looking to start a podcast or know someone who wants to start a podcast, go to greyhairproductions.com. That's GREY hairproductions.com. Go to the contact me page, leave me a message, and I'll get back with you and I'll help you get started. Also, I have a free PDF for anybody who's listening today that I can email you if you email me and say, hey, yeah, I'd like to have that book. Okay. I made it. I'm proud of it. Version 2 is out. And the reason I say version 2 is because I was looking at it last week and I'm going, I want to change a couple of things. So I went back in, I changed a couple of things, I added a couple of things, and I moved some things around so it flowed a little better for me. And I had it reprinted, and I made it back into another PDF. So, and I went ahead and got rid of all the other ones. So there's no more, I'm not going to make a mistake and send you the wrong one. Or when I go to get it printed again, I don't send the printer the wrong one. Now, this is a lot of fun for me, and I enjoy this. And I used AI to help me with this project. And this is all part of the Gray Hair Dave project. But if you're interested in podcasting, folks, please let me know, and I will be glad to help you out. Also, if you know somebody who doesn't know what a podcast is now, first of all, take a picture. Send it to me. I want to know who they are. Because most people nowadays know what a podcast is. They may not know where to find one or what genres are available. So do me a favor, show them for me. Every podcaster out there will be thankful. And use 5 minutes with Gray Hair Dave as the example. Show them how to follow my show, how to subscribe to my show, how to download my show. That way, they'll know, and they'll get to hear me goof up like I've been doing today. Also, while you're out and about, today, this week, this weekend, whenever, smile at somebody you don't know. Not in a creepy way, just smile, wave, maybe say hi. You're going to make their day, which will make you feel better and me. So on behalf of Gray Hair Dave here and Gray Hair Productions, that's all I got for today, folks. You all have a great week, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.